Okay, so we had our lesson on states of matter and also on changes of states of matter. So today we're going to be doing a quick worksheet just to review what we had learned in those lessons. So we're going to be doing this worksheet entitled, What's the Matter? So let's first read the directions for the top, which says, tell whether each is a solid, liquid, or gas. So let's start with number 1. And number 1 says milk. So remember, milk is something that we pour into a glass and we drink. So milk is going to be a liquid. All right, and number 2 is a cookie. So a cookie is something that we eat, and so we know that when we pick up a cookie, it is a solid. All right, number 3 is oxygen. Remember, oxygen is what we breathe in. It is all around us and we cannot see it. Therefore, oxygen is a gas. All right, next up, number 4 is fish. So when we see a fish swimming in an aquarium, or when you catch a fish in the lake, when you touch it, you know that a fish is a solid. All right, number 5 is a pencil. So you see that I am writing my answers down on the sheet of paper in a pencil. So since I can pick it up and I can use it to write with, we know that a pencil is also a solid. All right, next, number 6, we have maple syrup. So most of us will probably put maple syrup on our pancakes or our waffles. It is something that we eat, and when we pour it out of the container, it comes out in liquid form. So maple syrup is a liquid. All right, number 7 is shampoo. Now, when we take shampoo and we put it onto our hands and we lather it through our hair, what form do we think that that shampoo is in? So I would say that shampoo would be a thick liquid as it is inside of a solid container. So we're going to say that shampoo is a liquid. All right, number 8 is carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide, just like oxygen, is something that we cannot see, and therefore it is a gas. All right, next up, number 9 is ice cube. So we're talking about the ice cube in that form. The ice cube is still considered a solid because it has not melted into a liquid and it has not evaporated into a gas. So the ice cube is a solid. All right, number 10, we have paint. So remember, paint comes in a jar, but what is inside is liquid paint. So we're going to say that paint is a liquid. All right, number 11 is oil. Many times you put oil into your car. And again, when you buy oil, say at like Walmart, it comes in a solid container, but the oil itself inside is a liquid taking up the space. So we're going to say oil is a liquid also. All right, number 12 is salt. So many times when we think of salt, we think about putting salt and pepper on different types of food, or we mix it in when we are cooking. So salt is a solid. All right, number 13 is water vapor. Many times we see water vapor when we boil water on a stove. So many times we see it as steam or as water vapor. So we know that that is a gas. All right, number 14 is gasoline. So we put gasolines in our cars, in our lawnmowers, in many different things. And when your parents fill up at the gas station, that gas is coming out as a liquid. All right, number 15 is helium. And helium is what we put inside of balloons to make them blow up. And since we cannot see that, we know that that is a gas. All right, and the last one for the top, number 16, is sand. So when you go to the beach or you play in a sandbox, you can feel that sand in between your toes. And we know that sand is a solid. All right, now on the bottom of the sheet, let's read our instructions. And it says, complete each sentence with the words solid, liquid, or gas. So number 1 says, a blank has a definite shape. It does not take the shape of its container. It also has a definite volume because it can be measured. So remember, with solids, they do not take the shape of the container. So we know that number 1 is a solid. All right, number 2, a blank does not have a definite shape. It takes the shape of its container. It does have a definite volume because it can be measured. So this time, it does not have a definite shape, but it does take the shape of its container. It does have a definite volume because it can still be measured. So remember that that is a liquid. It does not have a definite shape, but it will take whatever shape it is that the container it is in. And it does have a definite volume because you can still measure how much liquid is inside of it. So number 2 is liquid. And lastly, number 3, a blank does not have a definite shape. It sometimes takes the shape of its container and sometimes flies freely around you. These particles are not connected to each other and takes up whatever space is available. So remember, with like the hot air balloon or just any balloon in general, a gas will only take up that area that it's in. But if it's not inside a container, it will take up as much space as it can. So for example, the air that we breathe is all around us. It is not contained inside of an object. It just floats freely around us. So number 3 is gas. All right, and that is our worksheet for states of matter and changes of states of matter.